Okay, here we go. And as I said, the first question is, can you hear me? And now I've got to wait 20 seconds before you tell me. So, when you can hear me, or just see my lips moving with no sound, please say, yes, I can hear you, or we can't hear you, whichever. And I'll just, as I say, talk to myself for 20 seconds about the weather, which we've apparently got lots of, and Luna Cat's pets, and yes, says Elsie, loud and clear, awesome, brilliant, okay, we're in business, I love it. I haven't done a live for so long. In fact, when I looked up the other day, the last live I did was this annual awards ceremony last year. I think I've threatened lives several times this year, and then apparently decided either to have COVID, a kidney infection, or flu. Can only hope for better things next year. Don't get COVID, guys, it's bad for you. So we'll just give a few minutes for people to come in and join us before we launch into the star-studded annual event. What can I can't do this because it's like on my screen it's backwards and my hands go in the wrong direction, but you get the point. I can't do it backwards. I can't brush my hair backwards either. And now I'm just sorry. I have an external monitor there. I was watching myself, which is why I went quiet, because obviously I'm so thrillingly exciting to watch for myself. Anyway, so I'm trying to get into the Christmas spirit. It's over there, isn't it? Yep, over there. Thank you, George. George appreciates my tinsel. Well, it was the best I could do, you know. I'm going away for Christmas, so I'm not going to have Christmas decorations up around the house. But I put that... No, I didn't. It's that side. I put that up for you guys. Oh, God. It can only get better, can't it? Well, it's the annual awards. It's not going to get better, is it? It's just going to be a load of nonsense. So... this year, we've got 7 categories. I think in the past we've only had 5. And I have here a handy piece of paper with all the categories written on, so I don't forget them, and a list of who's presenting the winners. So what we're going to do is we have the categories, as usual, and I've made a little nomination video for the contenders. And I have to say now that if some of your favourites have been missed out, I'm really sorry, but when I make the nomination videos, I can either spend days and days watching all my videos, or I can just put in the ones I remember. And I put in the ones I can remember, let's be honest. So there's a little nomination video, and then various people, and I will introduce them to you as we go through, have made little winning announcement videos for me. And for a bit of extra added fun, I asked the announcer for each category to choose the winner, so I didn't have to. So if your favourite doesn't win, don't blame me, it wasn't my fault, obviously. And if anyone's got any questions, please feel free to ask them. I don't promise at this stage that I'm reading the chat, because let's be honest, I'm not, but I will be looking from time to time. So, the first of our 7 categories tonight is the scammer with the most unlikely name. And the presenter for the winner, well known to all of you from recent series, is Juliana from Australia. So first of all, let's go with the announcement, with the nomination video. And of course, for those of you that don't, well, even if you, I don't know, I'm using something called Open Broadcasting System. I haven't used it for a year, so my scene transitions are probably going to be complete rubbish. So, you know, sit back and have a laugh at how incompetent I am. So here we go with most unlikely name. In the category of most unlikely name, there were several hot contenders, and it seemed a shame to miss any of them out. So there were 5 nominations. Christ Tall Man, Anthony Beast Mode, Portable, Vaseline bread and stormily thick Mary. This tall man joined us in July, talking to Cassandra.
I thought marine engineer and civil engineer were two different things. What do you actually do? Yes, there. I studied the two, so marine works in sea, civil works with some machineries. You got a nice job. I'm a ship repairer and an oil drainer. ROFL. You mean you empty frying pans? I fixed a drilling machine. How? What did you do to fix it? It's just that I used some working tools to repair it. My spanners and plugs and some other items. Oh my goodness, a fully trained marine engineer and you know how to use a spanner. That's really impressive. How big is your spanner? It's a big size.
Anthony Beast Mode joined us in a short when he was talking to Denise.
Hello, I'm Danielle. I'm from the Publishers Clearinghouse. And I'm Mortadella Cheesemaker, replied Denise, to which Ascammer replied, Nice to meet you.
Portable joined us when we reached the letter F in the A to Z of scamming failures.
Celia couldn't resist introducing you to the wonderfully named Portable. I was born in USA and currently deployed at Afghanistan for the peacekeeping mission. We need your prayers. Imagine you do, said Celia. Did they leave you behind? Why did they leave you behind? Didn't they want you in the US? I've been stuck here in the Afghanistan for 2 years now. How long since you've been window? Oh dear, I think you might have lost track of time, said Celia. It's 3 years. And in reply to him asking her how long she'd been a window, she said, ever since I developed a pain in my shoulder.
Vaseline bread wasn't mine to make into a video. He was sent to me by a fellow scam baiter, Anna Markovich, who has her own Facebook page where she warns people about scammers. When she sent me the screenshot, she added, I think he's a good candidate for the funniest and most stupid scammer's first name. Finally, a friend request that was recently sent to Persephone. I couldn't resist. The friend request came from stormily thick Mary. And here to announce the winner is Juliana.
Hi guys, g'day from Australia. Excuse the floating head. We all know why I can't present my face, though I'm sure that the scammers are fully aware. What a year we've had! Oh wow, and I'm so honoured to be asked to help present one of these awards. Such special names. So of course I couldn't do this alone, so I consulted a list of all my boyfriends and future husbands that I've had this year, including Johnny Depp, he was special, Keanu Reeves, who could forget Keanu Reeves, Hugh Jackson, Hugh Jackman's, and my personal favourite and future husband, Taddy Swims. And we have finally come to a winner. Now, all 5 names are spectacular. Chef's kiss. Couldn't have thought of anything better myself. You couldn't write it. However, we have narrowed it down to 2. And then from that 2, after a very painstaking vetting process, we have finally determined a winner. Now, I'm going to open the envelope. Bear with me. And the winner of the most ridiculous name of the year for 2024 goes to Vaseline bread. Yes, it was unanimous. Well done. Enjoy your virtual gift card and have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you all. Bye.
Thank you very much, Juliana, for that. It's very weird here because I can't hear any of that. I can see the video playing, but I can't hear it. So I just have to use my imagination. What else is new? And the second category is What Am I Talking About? And to announce the winning candidate is none other than Lola. So here we go. What am I talking about? There's always lots of competition for the category of what am I talking about, and I just pick a few random ones because otherwise you'd be here all evening listening to the nominations. And so the nominations are Addison J, Murphy Andrew, Mark Harmon and John Mark. Our first nomination is Addison J, who was talking to Cassandra and got himself stuck in a bit of a yes rut when he was actually talking to her.
So you haven't booked your flight?
Yes, I have to book it.
You have booked it. Have you booked your flight?
No.
You haven't booked it?
Yes.
Right, so you need to go and book your flight?
Yes, I'll go today to book it.
Can't you just book it online?
Yes.
We speak in Spanish. That's my country, San Diego. I think you'll find that Yoruba, Igbo or Hausa is more likely. No! I searched the meaning of you. This is going to be hard, guys.
A few moments later.
I searched the meaning of Yorni Babub, Amuib and Tragiza.
Our next nomination is Murphy Andrew. Murphy Andrew was very confused. He told Celia he was a petrol pump attendant, and he was quite sure he wanted to come and see her. But he couldn't even decide how much vacation he was allowed. And he's probably best summed up by a couple of the shorts that I made.
Yes, absolutely. You're always making point, the important determination, having the destination to concur. I believe myself and soul for forever. I really want to spend the rest of myself with you, honey. I'm indeed emotional right now because of the company to lock me. My soul will delay to come for you. Have a lovely moment, weak, adorable queen. I miss you a lot. How I wish I'm with you right now, honey.
Increasingly, ChatGPT takes over these days, and of course, ChatGPT only knows what you're talking about, if you know what you're talking about. Celia was talking to Mark Harmon. How work today? He asked her. Is that a statement of fact? Because I'm not sure I understand it, said Celia. ChatGPT thought it might be able to help. Could you clarify what statement you're referring to? I'd be happy to help explain. ChatGPT got it. I'm not entirely sure what it got. I don't even know what our man had typed into it. I don't think it was connected with anything Celia had said, but ChatGPT got it. Fog typically forms when warm, moist air meets cooler temperatures, especially near the coast. Wind can mix the air, sometimes preventing fog from forming. If it's windy where you are and clear elsewhere, it might mean that the wind is keeping the air dry enough to avoid fog. However, coastal areas can still be foggy if conditions are right. Does that help clarify things? Probably not. And our final contender is John Mark. He was talking to Cassandra, and he finished up as a short.
Conversation with a scammer. Cassandra was talking to John Mark, who informed her, I'm from hometown, but live in California. Where is hometown? She asked. Or was that a copy and paste line, and you were meant to insert a random town that you claim to have come from? My hometown is San Jose. Okay? So therefore, I did call the name of the place I came out from for the first time. He make me another to you. Get me right, dear. People like you will so difficult to believe a friend's okay. Through your speeching, I'm really suspecting you right now.
And here to announce the winner is Lola.
Hello, and happy holidays. The most stupid scammer is Anderson J.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, darling, I miss you.
Why are you missing me? I'm here.
Okay, darling.
You just phoned me, called to tell me you're missing me, did you?
Yes, I miss you.
Right.
Miss you.
So you didn't call to tell me anything sensible, like when you're going to book your flight or when you're going to come?
Yes.
Well, go on then. Yes.
I'm coming.
Yes, when?
Ending, before ending.
Sorry?
Before ending or Friday.
You're coming on Friday. You've booked a flight.
Yes.
Okay, where are you flying to?
Flight there. You have not tell me.
No, you have to tell me which airport you're coming to.
Okay, I'll ask.
Well, you've said you've booked the flight. You must know where you're coming to.
Wait, I'm coming.
Yeah. Have you booked the flight?
No.
I thought you said you had.
What you said on?
So you haven't booked your flight?
Yes, I have to book it.
You have booked it. Have you booked your flight?
No.
You haven't booked it.
Yes.
Right, so you need to go and book your flight.
Yes. I'll go today to book it.
Well, can't you do it online?
Sir.
Can't you just book it online?
Yes.
Yes, so you need to book your flight. And when you've done that, tell me which flight you're coming on.
Okay, done.
Yeah?
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, you could try and learn to speak English as well. That would be very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, people might understand you better if you speak English. And don't sound as if you've got a plum in your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what you're eating, but take it out of your mouth. It's rude to talk with your mouth full.
I'm eating.
Yeah, I know, I can tell. It's rude to talk with your mouth full. Didn't Mummy teach you that?
Okay, darling, but you know what? I'm gone.
Yeah, learn to speak English and get a few brain cells before you come. That would be really good. And then tell me which flight you've booked.
Okay, if I reach the airport, I'll tell you the flight I book.
Yes, exactly. I need to know which flight you're coming on.
Okay. Today.
Yes. Well, you're in Miami, are you?
What you said?
I said you're in Miami, are you?
Yes.
What time does the airport open?
Honey, you know what? Let's chat. The service is not good.
You mean you don't know what time the airport opens?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. It might be open all night for all I know. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Exactly.
Where are you now? Where are you now?
What do you mean, where am I now?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I knew that's what you meant. You meant yes, but thought you'd say something longer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you have you eaten now?
Why do you want to know?
Okay, can you send me the picture of your house?
No.
Why?
Why should I? Slow brain, can't think of anything to say apart from that. You've turned into a sheep, have you?
I'm eating Barbie. I can't talk. You're a scammer. I can't believe you again. And you're talking nonsense to men like a goat, man. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh dear, that's very sad. It was you that was making noises like a goat, not me.
Talk to me anyhow, like I'm your child.
Pardon?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Oh, that's sad. Oh,
Push it.
poor baby, go tell Mummy that you don't like it.
I don't love you because I push it.
I know. Who said you did love me? Oh, wait a minute. You're going to come and get married, weren't you?
Please, let me see your face first. I said you should send me picture. You say you don't have more than 2 pictures. See you. I get your lie.
Oh, you haven't got any pictures. Oh, whoops, he's gone again. Oh, this could go on for a while.
Thank you very much to Lola for presenting that one. When I got all the winning announcement videos, I just love how different everyone's video is, because I don't really give people very many guidelines. Hard luck. I just send them the nomination video and tell them to pick a winner and make a video announcing it. And everyone's different, and they were last year and they were the year before, and I just love that. So thank you very much to everyone that did make a video. The next category is scammer vocabulary. A bit like what am I talking about? Well, with what am I talking about, I spend a lot of time talking to scammers thinking, what on earth are you talking about? And it's pretty much the same with scammer vocabulary. If they type quickly or they do speech to text, that's the one, isn't it? Speech to text software, anything can come out. So the next category is scammer vocabulary. And the presenter of the winner is a viewer and a lady that I chat to from time to time on Facebook called Raspberry. And I have told her she should have her own channel, and you'll see why when she announces the winner. So, next up, scammer vocabulary. A new category for this year, scammer spelling. I think they're all taken from shorts, which proved to be a fertile ground for this year's awards and for this year's Christmas special. And the nominations are Drew Broutley, Easton Tuberville, Jack, son, Raymond, Thomas Ward, William Richards and Christopher Bogdan. Well, the clue was in the name. They're all short, so I put a few in.
Celia was talking to Drew Broutley and asked him, "Do I know you?" To which our man's helpful reply was, "Watcher May." Celia was talking to Easton Tuberville, who came up with a new word, as scammers often do. "I feel Skype would help us communicate better." Denise would like to introduce you to Jack, son, Raymond. Relationship, he informed Denise, is not all about perfection. Annie was talking to Thomas Ward, who asked her, "Tell me about your experience here on Facebook." He continued, "I mean, what's your take about online dagging in general?" Flora woke up this morning to 2 messages. One from William Richards, who assured her that he enjoyed travelling and meeting new well, you could decide how you pronounce that. "Nice meeting you here," said Christopher Bogdan to Celia. "I guess you must be a open-minded person, like I write." "I don't think I know what you mean," she said. Our man tried to explain. Well, you're very correct, but I mean you are honest and were tusty person."
And here to announce the winner is Raspberry.
Welcome back to Raspberry News, the show in which we answer hard-hitting questions such as have you eaten and what is your favorite color. Today we have a special broadcast to announce the winner for the category Scammer Spelling. And the winner is Christopher Bogdan with Word Toasty. Congratulations to our Word Toasty winner.
Apologies if Raspberry just exploded your ears, ladies and gentlemen. And I forgot to say that Juliana, of course, who presented the first winner, is better known to you as Celebrity Scammers Baited, and obviously she has her own YouTube channel. And Lola is Blue Ladies Romance Scams, also on YouTube. The next category is Where Am I? Geographical challenges are many and legion in Scamland, and apparently they can be anywhere they want. Presenting the winner of the Where Am I category is Anna Markovich. Anna has a Facebook page, or a Facebook account anyway, where she warns people about scammers and how they operate. So here we go with Where Am I?
The geographical challenges of being a scammer are many and legion, and so there's always hot competition for the category of Where Am I? And the nominations are David Smith, Brian Jackson, Robert Morgan and Thomas Morgan. David Smith was talking to Cassandra when he tried to explain to her where he lives.
I'm from Los Angeles, California, but working in Scotland. Where are you in Scotland? To which our man replied, Wikipedia. What? Asked Cassandra. That's a place in Scotland. Where in Scotland is Wikipedia? To which our man replied, Please stop asking me questions.
Celia was talking to Brian Jackson, who, in common with many scammers these days, was too far gone to even string a sentence together.
I'm a mechanical engineer.
A mechanical engineer, awesome. And what do you do as a mechanical engineer?
I fix cars and some other plants and diesel engines.
Over there, it's 11 a.m. What's the time over there? And where is there? Celia's in the UK. She's just told him. It's 11 a.m. It's 11:59 over here, he said. I'm correcting work on the South Sea of United Kingdom as an engineer. And which part of the South Sea of the United Kingdom are you in? Portsmouth. Port's the island in England, he said. What do you do there? I'm currently serving in the oil platform, brackets oil rig, here in South Sea of United Kingdom. Oh, said Celia, realising where we were going. The famous oil platform in the centre of Portsmouth is a tourist attraction, you know.
Robert Morgan really struggled when he was talking to Celia.
But if I'm not from Nigeria and you're calling me a Nigeria, why should I kind of like own up?
Okay, well, where are you from then? Ghana?
Oh my goodness. Where is that? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
What about Canada? Do you know where that is?
I don't know anything about Cameroon or Guyana. I don't.
You don't know anything about Guyana?
Where?
I thought you just said Guyana. You don't know anything about Canada. Do you not find that a bit odd for someone that lives in America?
Oh, I know of Canada.
I said Ghana, you said Guyana. Do you know that they're two different places?
Well, is it not the same thing?
You don't know the difference between Ghana and Guyana?
I heard of Guyana.
Yeah, do you know where it is?
Not really. I only heard it.
No, I didn't think you would, no. And you don't know where Ghana is either.
Where is that?
Cassandra encountered Thomas Morgan. He was very confused about where he was.
And right now, I'm currently deployed on a peacekeeping mission here in Poland border. The border between Poland and where? I didn't know Poland were having problems. Is it a civil war? Yes, he said. Goodness, I didn't know that. Who's fighting who? Russia. You just said it was a civil war in Poland. We're here to protect Ukraine. You said there was a civil war. Changed your mind. I understand you, but you should know what I'm talking about. Okay, and where is here? Poland border. Where are you on the border? In the forest, he said. Which forest? Google Maps might help you. Pick a town and tell me it's the nearest place to you. Well, you've got to give our man his due. He tried. Belarus, he said.
And here to announce the winner is Anna Markovich.
And the winner in category Where Am I is Thomas Morgan.
Thank you very much, Anna. And back to me. Yes, you're right. When a scammer calls, we should have a new category each year. A bit like the Olympics. We could have a viewer nominated and then viewer voted category. Will I remember that in a year's time? Someone will have to remind me, won't they? And the next category is I appeared in a short. Because, as I think I'm probably about to tell you, I've been making a lot more shorts. So you heard it here first and then in the nomination video. And announcing the winner is my lovely viewer, Joan, who I think is on the chat tonight. So thank you very much, Joan. Joan, as you'll see, really got into the spirit of dressing up because I told people they could dress up or dress down, but that nudity was frowned on. So you're not going to see Joan nude. And thank you very much. There was one other. I asked my channel members if anyone would like to submit a winner's video. 2 people said yes, but unfortunately, one of them, if you see this Dark Night, I know you're not on the chat tonight. We did try emailing each other, but I don't know what happened. I'm wondering whether my emails went into his spam folder. But anyway, so. Here is the nomination video for I Appeared in a Short. I've called this category I Appeared in a Short because many of the daftest conversations appeared in the series Conversation with a Scammer, and so here's a random selection of daft conversations with a scammer. And the nominations are Bernard Marsh, Carlos Denise Gomez, Charles Walker, Christophe JLC, and Christopher Bogdan. What do you do for a living, Bernard Marsh? Asked Denise, who told him. What do you do? She asked. I'm marine engineer. What do you do as a marine engineer? Asked Denise, to which our man replied. I'm a director, something. I assist them with some work here. Obviously. Carlos Denise Gomez told Denise that he was a marine engineer. Yes, I drill crude oil and install deep-sea pipes. You personally drill for oil. Do you have your own very big drill? She asked. Is it hard work? Yes, it's, he agreed. Is it like a really big hand drill? Do you have to keep turning it? Yes, it's, he agreed again. Do you have to stand there all day, turning the drill? Does someone take over if you need to go to sleep? Yes, there are lots of engineers here. Is it like a very, very big hand drill, and you have to keep turning the big handle to keep it drilling? Well, it's not for me. It belongs to the company. OK, so you don't have to carry the drill around with you? No. When we're done working, keep it in the documentary room. That's where we keep all our working tools. I'm from Houston, Arkansas, Charles Walker told Celia. Is it a big place? She asked. If you come to Houston, Arkansas, he said, we like it, because it's an amazing place and very big city. Google Maps tells me this is Houston in Arkansas. It has a population of 143. Where are you going? Christophe JLC asked Denise. Scarborough Fair. I remembered you to one who lives there. I didn't understand what you said. Are you a vehicle? I'm a bus. Oh, OK. I see, he said. Christopher Bogdan continued. Just like I told you earlier, I'm a civil submarine engineer, doing brain works, not paper. What is brain works? Asked Celia. Our man had the obvious explanation. We have different department of engineers, the paperwork, brain works, and so many others. But my department is brain work, because we're according to what we see, but the paperwork, sketch and write down before proceeding. My mind boggles every time I see that last video in there. I don't know what he was thinking. But anyway, here to announce the winner, so I can't even say it now. Here to announce the winner is Joan.
Thrilled to announce the winner in the category of the best short scammer. It's difficult because they were all very tiny men. The winner is Christopher Bogdan. Round of applause.
By the way, Joan, I love your shawl or blanket or whatever that is. I crochet too, and I love that one. The next category, 2 more to go. The next category is Best Series, and we've had some good ones this year. Nobody's managed to match Mike Burr-Thomas in length, and at the moment there are no serious contenders. We've got another one coming up. Well, we're in the middle of one, aren't we, which is 7 episodes. I think there's another one coming up after Christmas, which might be 7 episodes, and we're on episode 7 of another one at the moment. But he keeps coming and going because he's, moaning like a baby, like they do. He completely lost it this morning. I completely got him to lose his mind. So you can look forward to... I can't even remember his name. Isn't that awful? So many of them. But anyway... Announcing the winner of Best Series is none other than Elizabeth. Elizabeth is Denise's daughter. Elizabeth is evil. Sorry, Elizabeth, but she is. And when we have a little group baiting going on at the moment with Elizabeth, Juliana and Denise. Juliana is the good cop and Elizabeth is not. So here we go with Best Series. There were 4 strong contenders in the category of Best Series. Eric Todd Hill, John Kelvin, Morris Biden and Marcus Bayer, all unforgettable in their own way. Eric Todd Hill thought he'd talk to Cassandra. He eventually turned into 15 episodes after Cassandra had remembered that she had a long-lost son who fortunately was married to a lady called Lola. Eric could talk and talk and talk and had views on pretty much everything, including how Cassandra could improve the productivity of her estate by hiring a spy.
So that is the most reason why I'm suggesting that you should apply from the agriculture. And I'm very clear about that. If you ask your account manager, I told, and I know he or she would tell you the same thing, that yes, what I'm saying is correct, because if you employ a spy outside the knowledge of agriculture, he or she won't do the job perfect. But if you are employing someone that knows how agricultural activities is taken or is being carried out, that person will definitely find out if this estate manager is dishonest or is honest.
Like many of our scammers, Eric Todd Hill apparently believed he needed someone to write to the United Nations to apply for his leave, and so Cassandra found herself communicating with the wonderfully named Sergeant Agent, who, amongst other things, came up with this wonderful line.
With all great comforts and alliances of the UNF services, your request approved station date is 31st to 1st of February.
There were 17 episodes of John Kelvin, who spoke to 3 of my girls, but finished up talking to Layla, who'd been reinvented as an 85-year-old lady. John Kelvin was going to Dubai, and he was explaining to Layla about the workers that he was going to take with him.
I showed them how to use a theodolite and a tractor. You're seriously telling me that you're taking workers as so newly recruited that they don't even know how to use a theodolite or a tractor? You've got to be kidding me.
John had a bit of trouble trying to persuade Layla, or Lola, to pay for his apartment, and so he spent quite a bit of time, apparently sleeping in the lobby.
I've been at the reception. I slept at the reception yesterday. I slept there.
Oh, so you haven't actually been into the apartment yet?
No, I haven't, my love.
Then he thought he'd try and explain to Layla what he was doing in Dubai.
The tractor we used today was bad, so it took us some time to get it fixed. It's like 50 hectares of land, my love. Okay, why do you need a tractor? I need a tractor to clear the land so I can always get a proper and accurate mapping. Why? What's on the land? Forest, trees, and deforestation has to be done.
There were 8 episodes of Morris Biden. Morris was very confused. He seemed to think he was under the sea, and so Celia and Julie kept telling him he was in the submarine. He was too stupid to disagree. He told Celia he was refining cloud oil. It took me about 2 episodes, I think, to realise that what he meant was crude oil. He had a box of gold that he was going to be paid by the Dubai government. Celia tried very hard to persuade him that the box had been stolen by corrupt officials, and I'm sure none of you have forgotten the wonderfully named Global Safe Goods Delivery Company. We finished with Julie trying to get the shipment sent to her and telling them not to tell Celia.
I said yes, something like that, in reference to that screenshot, in a PDF and not addressed to Celia.
But unfortunately for our man, his incompetent mate had emailed all the details to Celia. Towards the end of the bait, our man managed to add Julie into a 3-way conversation with a real-life victim. Julie tried to warn her that she was talking to a scammer, and I'm sure you all remember our man's wonderfully endowed medical student daughter, Pearls. And our final contender is Marcus Bayer. He lasted for 24 episodes. Marcus was refurbishing a cruise ship and refurbishing a warehouse at the same time. His son Junior lived in North London. It wasn't long before Denise got so cross with Junior that she blocked him.
My birthday was ruined, and friends thought I was stupid. I'm very disappointed in you, Junior. If you mention it once more, I will block your email and only talk to your dad. And if your friends thought you were stupid because someone you've never even met didn't send you £700, even though your dad sent you 600, then your friends are a bunch of entitled beggars and you need more friends.
About halfway through the scam, our man was involved in a terrible accident.
Oh, baby, it's so tragic. I can't even explain it. It's so terrible, baby.
He told Denise that his driver had broken his hip, that the driver of the car had broken their kneecap.
It seems our man was blessed with X-ray vision, because half an hour later he was still at the scene of the accident. When Lola upset him, our man started whining like a baby, as many scammers do.
What kind of businessman are you without a bank account? Open a bank account and I will send the money to your account.
I have my accountant. That's why I have my accountant that does all my business transactions for me. I pay him. I pay that guy. How am I gonna do that from over here? What is your problem? What is your problem?
And here to announce the winner of Best Series is Elizabeth. Elizabeth got out her dictionary and went looking for the winner of the Best Series category.
I'm looking for a word that describes the winner of this Best Series award. It's not an easy task.
No, she couldn't find him under the letter B.
Well, I don't think he's considerate.
So not under the letter C either. No luck under D or E either. Can you think what letter she might find him under? She reached G and then H. Is she getting warm, do you think?
I'm sure it'll be here somewhere.
Bingo! She's reached the letter I. And guess what's under I? Idiot! Which the dictionary defines as one void of understanding, and very helpfully gives her an example.
The winner is Eric Tood Hill. Thanks for the laughs.
A worthy winner, if I may say so. And so we come to the final category for this year's awards. The worst use of AI. I can't remember what I called it, because I've written down here worst fake photo or video, but I think I probably called it worst use of AI or Photoshop. Who cares? to me there was only one winner, and here to present the winner, because unfortunately Dark Knight couldn't be with us, and if you see this, Dark Knight, please know that I did intend to include you. And so Juliana stepped up again, and so here to announce the winner will be Juliana from Celebrity Scammers Braided. So here we go with worst use of AI or Photoshop or whatever I called it. I've renamed this category for this year Worst Use of AI or Photoshop, and the nominations are Brian Roger, John Morrison, Marcus Bayer and John Kelvin. Brian Rogers appeared in an episode of Failures. He was talking to Denise and he sent her this wonderful video.
Hello, 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 hello.
I even said this at the time when I made the video. And I've only made this little bit of video so I can insert it in one of the failures so that I can enter our man for next year's awards as part of the Worst Fake Video Award. John Morrison also appeared in an episode of Scamming Failures. He thought he'd have a chat with Denise. At the time, I said he was playing a stolen video. Watching it again, I'm not sure that he was. I think he was using AI to animate a photo.
Hello, can I see your face?
Only if I can see yours.
Yeah, you can see it, but...
No, I can't. I can just see a video of someone talking completely not saying anything that you're saying. See, he's talking now and you're not saying anything. So I want to see you. The real you, not a stolen video. I don't know how stupid you think I am. Marcus Bayer wanted to try and convince Denise of just how much money he had. So he sent her a screenshot of his bank account. Allegedly, he has a current account with £240,731 in it. I wish I did. He has a Barclays card with a balance of £49,000 and a savings account with £1,345,500 in it. Lucky him. His current account has the very believable account number 1234567 and his savings account the equally believable account number 456789001. John Kelvin got himself into all kinds of trouble when he took his workers to Dubai to survey land. He spent several days, I seem to recall, sleeping in the hotel lobby because Layla wouldn't pay, until finally Lola demanded to see the receptionist's passport. And this is what they sent. Not hard to spot that it was a forgery. Look at his place of birth, Burj Al Arab. That's a hotel. It wasn't built until the 1990s. And yet he claims to have been born there on the 12th of April, 1968. And here to announce the winner of Worst Use of AI or Photoshop is Juliana.
Hello, floating head from Australia here. Honoured to present the worst use of AI or Photoshop. How could we not believe everything that we'd been sent, from dodgy looking bank accounts to terrible videos to uncanny valley animated photographs. However, there can only be one winner, so I will open the envelope. Oh my god, and the award goes to Brian Rogers! Oh, how could we ever doubt ye?
Hello, hello, hello.
And that was our final category. And talking of reappearances, somebody's gone off the top of my chat now, just said, oh, maybe that John Kelvin was coming back. Well, does anyone remember Frank James? I think he might have been 2 Christmases ago. And he and Denise were going on a cruise. And he was managing to get from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean overnight. And I did that graphic where Father Christmas on his sleigh lifted up the cruise ship and took him across. Well, Frank James is back. Not as Frank James. And he assures me that in the interim, he was someone else as well. And I can't find the someone else that he claims to be. I've been through my external hard drive today where I back up all the old videos and I still can't find him. That's my phone. Apparently it agrees. So he will probably be coming out not until the beginning of February, because we have rather a lot of episodes of a couple of series to get through. And the Christmas special, which is only half made, so I need to make some more. That will be going out on Christmas Day, surprise. And there's also a fun video for you all on Christmas Eve. So, that concludes the awards ceremonies. So a big round of applause and a big thank you to Juliana twice, Lola, Raspberry, Anna Markovich, Joan and Elizabeth. Thank you so much for entering into the spirit of it and making the videos. And as I say, I just love how different everybody's videos is. I love it when they come in and I first watch them to see what people have done and who they've chosen as the winner. So thank you very much to everyone. Now, we've got a little bit of time left. If anyone's got any questions, we can do a short Q&A, because we never managed it this year. I kept deciding to have COVID or, various other random afflictions. So if anyone's got any questions, ask away. And of course, that's another thing, I've got to wait 20 seconds while I talk to myself to see if any of you do. Because that's the magic of streaming on YouTube. I've never quite worked out what the 20 seconds achieves, because if something goes wrong and I cut the stream, you're going to see it in 20 seconds time anyway. I don't know. I'm sure they've got a good reason for it. So if nobody's got any questions, I will go and make tea. Am I happy with how the channel is going, says Gay Guy. Oh, hi Gay Guy, I haven't seen you for a while. I need ideas for moving it on, I think. I did ask in a post. It's sort of stagnated. It grew quite fast to start off with, and now it's stopped. I suspect there's a number of reasons. I mean, I obviously can't be certain. One is that obviously there's more competition now because there's more awareness of scams, and so more people are making scam videos, or should I say anti-scam videos. Partly I suspect it's because it has become an unintentional comedy channel, and I think that probably isn't for everyone, because if you look at the really big anti-scam channels on YouTube, they tend to be the ones that do live baiting, which I can't really do, because if you're baiting a call centre, then you're phoning them live while you're on air, and I usually wait for the scammers to call me, and that's random. I mean, I might try saying to some of them, can you call me at a specific time, and then seeing if I could just go live, do an impromptu live. But the reality is that normally I'm sitting slouched on the sofa with my hair all over the place, and you really wouldn't want to see me. And sometimes in my pyjamas. I mean, I've got my slippers on at the moment. That's the magic of what was it? People were selling Zoom suits, weren't they? Where you got a very posh top and then you just wore your PJs underneath. Which scammer sticks in your head the most? The most awful or funny? Well, the one that's stuck in my head, the two that have stuck in my head the most are always, well, three, let's be honest. Alistair Leslie, who was just the total slime ball. Mark, what was his name? Mark Sith John, who was probably the most evil bully we've had on the channel. And my perennial favourite, Johnson James, who gets into all the Christmas specials and is going to be in there this year with his iTunes card. Have you considered having any male baiters join the scam? Yes, if I can find any. There are not so many male baiters doing the romance scams. Most of them tend to do the call centre scams. But if any of you know any male baiters, or any of you are male and would like to join us baiting, then please email me, which is, as always, keepsafeonthenet@gmail.com. I don't think I can put that on the screen for you because I didn't have it prepared, but it's keepsafeonthenet@gmail.com. So, if anyone wants to join in, well, I do have somebody lined up to play Denise's friend Barbara, if we ever get an opportunity to use her. But, you know, the more the merrier, because I think it does add a bit of variety. Mark says, I like this channel because it's different to other beta streams. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thank you very much, Mark. Well, it ain't broke, but it ain't growing either. And, you know, the rate at which people subscribed, by the way, if you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And I can see there's 81 of you watching and only 49 of you have hit the like button. So get on with it. Hit that like button. Yeah, the rate at which people subscribe has halved pretty much in the last 2 years. So I think there's two things I've considered. One is that I know I need to do more lives, and I think I did have 2 lined up this year, but it's just been a weird year. I moved in February. I had the worst dose of COVID I've ever had in April, and the reality is I'm still getting over it. Then I had a horrible kidney infection for about 4 weeks in August. That wasn't good. And then just as I was going to do another live, I think I got COVID again from somebody who sat down next to me at a coffee morning and said to me very cheerfully, "Oh, I'm just getting over COVID. I brought it back from Italy." And I thought, "Oh, great. Thank you very much." That was on Friday morning. Monday evening, I was thinking, I don't think I feel very well. And then I had the flu that's been going round our town. Well, it's been going round everywhere. So, you know, hoping for better things next year. But yes, so I think I need to do more lives. And I have been experimenting with just appearing in the videos occasionally. But again, as I said before, the reality is when I'm making the videos, I'm usually sitting slouched on the sofa. I haven't brushed my hair and I look a fright. And I don't really want to frighten the viewers off. Maybe I should try it. I have actually thought that what I need is a selection. Oh yes, well I've got to do the posh one, Mark. Nothing not posh around here. Especially if Cassandra's involved. Cassandra might have got COVID. Perhaps that was the problem. She got it and she gave it to me. I have considered having a different hat or something for each of the girls, and wearing those to make an introduction or to put on the thumbnail, so that there's a way of identifying which girl is in which video. So I might try that. We'll see. Thank you very much, Luna Cat. That's very kind of you. Luna Cat says she always hits the like button while waiting for it to start. I see a lot more of you have got it. We're up to 59 likes. Good on you. Thank you very much. Basilicum and raspberry. Is that you, Raspberry, or a different Raspberry? I'm not sure. So he or she doesn't think I'd scare the viewers off. Well, let's hope not. I often say to people that YouTube channels and videos are the cult of personality, and that basically you've just got to get on and do it, and people either like you or they don't. Well, hi, Raspberry. People either like you or they don't. And there's no point in trying to pretend to be someone else. Certainly not at my age. By the way, it's my birthday in 2 weeks' time. Happy birthday to me. Just a couple of days before Christmas. Have we got any more questions? Just scroll back up because I've only got a tiny little... if I look over here on this magical external monitor, I can see more of you. Marcy says, just love hearing you giggling and laughing at these idiots. Yes, well, I've been doing that, putting that in a bit more often since people said they liked it. Greetings from Puerto Rico. Yes, that's something else I must do one day, is a poll to see where my viewers are from, because it's a small world these days. And maybe everyone has the same mentality, but because I live on a small island, I just kind of think the rest of the world is amazing and fascinating. And I get very excited when somebody tells me they're from somewhere else. And I have to be very careful about getting excited about whether... I get ridiculously excited if I talk to a real, and I put that in quotes, a real person from Nigeria, rather than someone that's trying to scam me. and I'm fascinated with it as a country, and I would like one day a Nigerian viewer to come on and tell us about Nigeria, but I can understand that for various reasons they might be a bit reticent to come on, because obviously their fellow countrymen usually are the subject of rather a lot of the videos. Have you let's see, where have we got to? I've scrolled right back now. Pascal says tea, but please let us know. Have you had dinner yet tonight? I haven't, no. But I will do when I've finished. Duncan says, could I just say a huge thank you for everything you do? Thank you very much, Duncan. I appreciate that. You've made many people aware of these people and also given many a laugh. Well, that's the idea. I suppose that's the difference, if you like, between my channels and the other channels, is we're all trying to raise awareness. And I do it because, to me, a lot of the scammers are just so ridiculous that they are funny. And of course I do understand that if you are a victim of a scam, it isn't funny, it's anything but funny. And if English is your second language, or you're vulnerable for any reason, then you don't see what I see. I see it because I see it every day. But if you don't, then it's much harder to spot. What? Have you not eaten? No, I haven't. I have to go and eat when we've finished. I've got some worms in the kitchen. I'll go and fry them. Well, I hope I don't have worms in the kitchen, but who knows? With the storm we've been having, anything could have arrived. Denver, Colorado, says Nancy. Antwerp, says Pascal Van Duren. Thank you very much, Victoria Blue. Yes, sorry you've got to go back to work, but we're practically done anyway. We've been on for an hour. I'm sure you don't need me. How did I get into baiting, says Celebrity Scammers Baited. Oh, I've probably told you everyone this story before, haven't I? The whole thing started I'll keep it brief, many years ago, 25 years ago maybe. Back in the days when the internet was young, viruses were something that you caught and went to the chemist and got paracetamol for, and people didn't know that you literally did not know that you needed antivirus software on your computer. And I used to teach IT to adults, and so I started running workshops for a voluntary sector support organisation, and we ran these workshops every 3 months, and things were changing so rapidly that I registered the domain name keepsafeonthenet.co.uk, and I still think of all of this as Keep Safe on the Net, so that I could upload the handouts. And when the courses had finished, I was left with the domain, so I turned it into an anti-scam blog. And for a while it was very popular because people read blogs. YouTube hadn't been invented. And so people started commenting about how they'd fallen victim, and that's when Annie was born. Annie was born in about 2010, I think. And so I used to use Annie. So if I got a 419 scam email, Annie would reply so that I could show people on the blog how they're going to ask you for money. And then we got to lockdown, and I'm a very impulsive person. And I literally got up one day during lockdown and said to myself, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. And I had no idea what I was doing, literally none. I'd never made a video. And I have taken some of them off, I think, but some of the original ones are on there. And it started with all the stuff that I was putting in Keep Safe on the Net, you know, the fake PayPal videos, the fake bank emails, fake PayPal emails, and all the stuff that nobody was interested in, and so nobody watched them. And then one day I thought, oh, I'll make a video from all the comments that people have left about how they've fallen victims to scams. And that was when the channel started getting views. And so I then set her up a Facebook page, and I started commenting on big public Facebook pages, the BBC, CNN. Celebrities are good pickings, you know, comment on some famous celebrity and you're bound to get friend requests. And it kind of took off from there, and in very quick succession a lot of the other characters were were born just for me, basically for variety, because I've always struggled with Celia because I don't have a voice for her, but in my head, although they probably sound very similar to you, Denise and Cassandra and Annie, they all have different personalities. Yeah, and I can't do Persephone without thinking about it. So it just took off from there, really. I would like to do more crypto scam videos if anyone knows someone or anyone has been the victim of a cryptocurrency scam, because I think that's something that's not talked about as much as it should be. In fact, I was contacted a couple of days ago by someone who's doing a PhD research project on it. So it'd be interesting to see what they come up with, because their proposal sounded really interesting. So I don't know if they're listening to this, but if they do, if they follow through with their proposal, it could be very interesting. Do you think many scammers have seen your channel? Well, I'm sure they have, celebrity scammers. There's a couple of videos I made ages ago, aren't there, where I know scammers found me. Do they call you during the night? No, Colleen, because I don't use a phone and I turn the laptop off when I go to bed. What have we got over here? Because there was one comment I was going to answer, and now it's gone off the top of the page here. Are you retired or still working? Well, that's an interesting one, gay guy. Officially, I'm retired. Because it's much easier than trying to explain to people what I actually do, which is this. And also I do some affiliate marketing for a friend, but I don't go out to work anymore. I used to do computer troubleshooting. Basically that finished in lockdown, and then 2 years ago I moved away, moved back in February. It's a long story, and so I just retired. So I've probably got about 2 clients left, I get so many of these scammers on Instagram and X. If I can get some of them to last a while, can I send them to you? Yes, of course you can, Duncan. One of the things I have on here is Viewers Go Scam Baiting, which I think adds a bit of variety. So yes, you're welcome to email. If you email me at keepsafeonthenet@gmail.com, and then we can discuss how you can get the content to me. Because this is somebody, I've got one on the go, and I don't know if the lady that sent them to me is here, but she tried to send me about 130 screenshots, and I just looked at them and I thought, I can't download all those and read them all out. It's not going to happen. But she did manage to turn them into little videos, so I could then run the videos, stop, read each slide. So depending on how long your bait is, depends on how you can send it to me. A lot of this is a mix of cringe watching, because they're often so dumb, irritating, good fun, and raising awareness and realising how they play their games. Yes, and realising that mostly they are just using a script. They aren't listening to what you say. If you watch, I don't know how many of you watch the Catfished channel, but you'll see repeatedly on there that the victims are having the same conversations that I have. It's just that I have them every day so I can spot them and the victims can't. But they're using a script. They're really not listening, taking any notice of what you say, and they're just copy and pasting their next answer. You can say to them, I've fallen down the stairs and broken both ankles, and they'll say, oh, that's good. As for me, because they've just copied their answer. They don't read what you're saying. What's your favourite colour? Asking for a Nigerian prince. Well, in that case, it's got to be gold, hasn't it? I got an email for PayPal and didn't even have an account. That's a good one. Yes, if you just email them, keepsafeonthenet@gmail.com, Duncan, and I'm sure I'll get them. Oh yes, thank you, Celebrity Scammers. Yes, I do have 2 books. I have just turned... Which one? Serafina. Serafina's the first one. I've just turned Serafina into an audiobook, I haven't uploaded it yet. It's probably going to go onto Patreon. I've spent hours and hours editing the audio. I've recorded the second one, which is Denise, but I haven't got round to editing the audio yet. So those probably will go on Patreon sometime next year. What's this about my books, says Zoe. Well, is that Zoe upstairs? There's a Zoe in my attic. I don't have a chimney up there, her feet aren't sticking out of it. Well, they weren't last time I looked. The first one, Serafina, is about Serafina, and she falls for a celebrity scammer who is somebody that she knew when she was a child. And so that's why she falls for it, because she believes she's talking to somebody that she used to know. And he starts asking her for money, and I have to say, when I read it back, there's one bit that I got really emotional about every time, because it's about how her life starts to fall apart, and how emotionally draining his constant demands for money are. And then the second one, Denise, is about Denise, an older lady, and she's taken in by a scammer that she meets online. Well, I think it's Alistair Leslie, but she has no idea that she's been scammed. So it doesn't have that emotional element that Serafina does, but I hope it's an indication of how an older person can be taken in, not realising what's happening to them. And somebody connected with her family realised what was happening. So the plan was to write a series, because they're all part of a series called Flora Morell Investigates. I do this all the time, you should hear. I leave some of them in the videos these days. Part of a series called Flora Morell Investigates. Flora is Serafina's mother. So at the end of book 1, where Serafina is taken in, it finishes up with Flora helping Serafina to understand what's happening to her and helping her to get her life back on track. Because what I want to do with every book is show that even if you've been the victim of a scammer, you can move on. There is life after it. It isn't necessarily easy, but you can move on. And so then with Denise, the person that realised what's happened to Denise contacts Flora because she's seen her post on Facebook, and they go and visit Flora. And the third one, I wrote myself into a corner. I think I've more or less decided what the story is going to be. There is going to be a dead body, and it isn't going to be in the attic. But we'll see whether that ever gets written. Who knows? Celebrity Scammer says, my mother was scammed twice and we didn't know until after she passed. They target the vulnerable always. Absolutely. Yes, very sad. Especially people that are very elderly, confused, don't understand what's going on. They're easy prey, and it's horrible. It's just horrible. Yes, George says, it's funny to me that no matter how often scammer tactics are exposed, they still follow the same inane script and make the same tiresome mistakes. Well, in a way, I think it's good that they do, because it does mean that my videos aren't, and others, are not overly educating them, because there's a line where people say, well, don't educate the scammers. I'm sure we all try not to, but no, you can't, Luna Cat, because I haven't written it yet. She says, can we pre-order the next book? No, you can't. It could be a very long pre-order. Yeah, there's a fine line between educating scammers and raising awareness. And I've heard people say that scammers talk nonsense to weed out the victims who don't realise. I don't believe that. I've talked to so many of them that I actually think a lot of them are just youngsters. They're using a script. Increasingly, oh, hi, Blue Lady. Increasingly, they are, I think I'm allowed to say it on YouTube if I don't actually show the graphic. Increasingly, they're stoned out of their brains, and they have no idea what they're talking about. They really don't. which is a good thing because it means that they're not going to change, and the awareness raising videos work. That the difficult thing, the thing that's changing most rapidly, of course, is the use of AI. So they can clone someone's voice now. I haven't had that yet, but I would imagine that Celebrity Scammers has, because they can take a clip of someone's voice and then make a video with a whole conversation sounding like that person. And of course AI is getting much more clever for fake videos. So I think the message has got to be that no celebrity is ever going to contact you online and ask you. The giveaway always is the ask for money. But of course, by then a lot of victims are hooked. I suppose that's how it works. Anyway, I'm, as a friend of mine would say, I'm rambling. Has anyone got any more questions? Because if not, if there's no more questions, hi Maya Lopez, greetings from Portugal. So if nobody's got any more questions, which I always have to wait 20 seconds for, I will go and eat, and we'll end the stream. So thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to everyone that made a video for me. Look forward to the Christmas special, which features Johnson James, in case you're getting iTunes cards withdrawal symptoms. And looking forward to next year. And watching the BBC scammer programme and seeing them trying to save victims makes me feel awful for the people being scammed. Listening to scam baiters, you know they're aware of the situations. Well, that of course is the big difference. We know that we're talking to scammers right from the start, and the victims, oh excuse me, how very rude, the victims don't. But okay, so I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you so much to everyone that made a little video for me. Hope you all have a happy Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, have a happy holidays. And if this is the wrong time for your holidays, then, because you've probably realised from my videos that I don't do religion, but I just happen to have been brought up in a country where Christmas is the annual celebration. So have a happy Christmas or a happy holiday, or whatever your celebration is in your country or your culture, and I will see you all in 2025. Bye for now. All I have to do is work out how to stop streaming. That's always fun.